No friends in my head, just hostile noise. Every thought heckles any sign of joy. I try to breathe calm, that voice destroys. Muck on my progress like a boy convoy. Self-talk violent, petty and slick, telling me sit down, you ain't built for this. If I feel pride, it calls it a glitch. Treats confidence like a hypocrite. I got doubt debating like courtroom clowns. Guilty verdicts for truth is found. If opposition shows up, it gets drowned. My mental jury never stands down. I don't have cheerleaders in my skull, just critics looking to drain me dull. If hope taps and they say withdraw, no friends in my head, just static and scorn. No friends in his head, just fights. Every thought picking bones at night. No friends in his head, no invite. He battles ghosts that don't act right. No friends in his head, no relief. Laughs at wins like it's disbelief. No friends in his head, no peace. He lives with voices that never leave. I sharpen drive on internal hate, turn mental bullies into added weight. If they say fail, accelerate. Make every insult participate. I punch back at the echo chamber, turn ridicule into personal labor. I make the mockery sign a waiver. You doubt me, good, now I'm braver. I'm fluent in pessimistic attacks. Heard every version of you won't last, but that soundtrack but my craft. Pressure may still, but a weak collapse. I don't need friends inside that zone. I work a conflict that's stepping stones. You want encouragement, I stand alone. If that is company, I disown. No friends in his head, still climbs. He does that venom in the hard design. No friends in his head, redefine. He puts from voices to undermine. No friends in his head, yeah he lives powered by eternal diss. No friends in his head, get the gist. If darkness talks out, he talks like this.
Ayo, take all you crazy. Ain't gon' punchline. Ain't gon' punchline. Ain't gon' punchline.
Ay, anger with punchlines aimed at fire. I don't vent soft, I don't expire. Rage needs words, I make them pyres. Burn through doubts like a rapid buyer. I don't throw fists, I weaponize wit. Low sarcasm in a magazine clip. I don't blow up, I calculate hits. Turn temper hit to a surgical script. You medicate stress, I narrate mine. Treat fear like grammar, I redesign. I scream loud, I underline. Hostile humor right on time. They tell me breathe, I tell them why. They don't fix what circus fry. So I spit flames with a smirk that's dry. Anger with punchlines, that's my reply.
Anger with punchlines, clean and sharp. If he vents quick, that's still his art. Anger with punchlines, leave that mark. Never lost rage, just aim the spark. Anger with punchlines, hold that stance. He won't beg peace just to feel advance. Anger with punchlines, give no chance. Laugh through fire when the fuse demands.
I let frustration rhyme in place, get fury a cadence, get fury a face. Turn breakdowns into a verbal chase. If anger's a problem, I plead the case. I don't short circuit, I go precise. Convert emotion to spoken eyes. Where others panic, I improvise. Sharp words thrown like organized crime. Therapists tell me to soften tone. Nah, I'd rather sharpen bones. My rage made friends with microphones. Turn bitterness into a war zone. You call it toxic, I call it fuel. Pain turn literal power tool. Anger's loud, I make it cool. Punchlines threaded through every room.
Anger with punchlines, that's his lane. Strike with a whip while he vents the pain. Anger with punchlines, plain insane. Laugh through conflict, scorch the frame. Anger with punchlines, keep that pace. He don't cry loud, he's sharp in space. Anger with punchlines, learn that face. If Fury had jokes, they sound like this.
Anger with punchline. Anger with punchline.
A.N.G. Yeah. Yeah. Pain-proof vocabulary, bars don't bruise. I talk through trauma like I'm built to lose. If hurt shows teeth, I refuse. I outspeak damage until it's confused. I file heartbreak under irrelevant notes, turn guilt into syllables nobody quotes. If sorry hurts as emotional throats, I cut the scene and shred the note. No crack in my diction, no tremor in tone. I iron my language until it's grown. You hear confession, I hear control. Pain-proof voice with a hostile soul. They beg for softness, I speak in steel. Dress every wound so it never feels. If healing slow, then here's the deal. I rhyme past pain until pain kneels. Pain-proof vocabulary, he won't bend. He coats each burn in a sharpened sentence. Pain-proof vocabulary, don't pretend. He edits hurt till it can't defend. Pain-proof vocabulary, no collapse. He armors words no matter who snaps. Pain-proof vocabulary, read that map. Some mouse heal faster harsher than the damage. I spit through heartbreak without a pause. Turn emotional fracture into chemical laws of love left scars. I read in gauze, proof right agony to nothing draws. I ghost my guilt with a lexical twist. Refuse to bow to a memory fist. If shame revisits, I slap the list. Tell the past to delete that risk. I stack vocabulary like a law plates. Language absorbing what past mistakes. You look for therapy in mellow traits. I find numbness in rhyme shapes. If grief wants war, let grief attack. I won't negotiate for softness back. My tongue runs armor, that's the fact. Pain-proof vocabulary, he won't fold. He talks through flame with the tempered mold. Pain-proof vocabulary carved in cold. If feelings slip, the phrasing holds. Pain-proof vocabulary, no remorse. He rides through wreckage by staying course. Pain-proof vocabulary, final force. If pain speaks loud, he changes its source. Yeah. Jokes for survival, laugh and I break. Turn free into punchlines I never unmake. If panic wakes up, I silence the quake. Clown the disaster to doubt looks fake. I grin at collapse like it owes me rent. Mocking the trauma I never prevent. They call it coping, I call it defense. A joke in the wound keeps the demons bent. I roast my triggers till shame retreats. Turn up with silence in the deadpan beats. If anxiety sprints, I won't compete. I just trip it up with a smug deceit. You hug the pain, I heckle the pain. If life throws misery, I heckle again. My humor's violent, dry, insane. I jokes for survival, built from strain. Jokes for survival, keep that grinny mask breakdown just to breathe again. Jokes for survival, don't ask when he laughs through wounds he won't defend. Jokes for survival, deadpan steel, he mocks his fear to the fear can't feel. Jokes for survival seems unreal. Cavity sharp like a weapon deal. I turn insecurities into a set. Perform self-loathing with zero regret. If shame says stop, I double the bet. My sarcasm lethal without a threat. I'm too stubborn to cry in the open light. So I parody heartbreak till lost to sound right. Every film moment becomes stage fright, but I headline pain like a closing night. I joke with death like we played before. Trade punchlines with trauma like metaphors. If darkness knocks, I answer the door. Handed a mic and demand encore. I don't heal clean, I heal in bits. Rewrite panic in the skits. Relief don't come, it's fine, I spit. Jokes for survival, humor grit. Jokes for survival, he won't fold. Laughing at wounds he never told. Jokes for survival, ice cold mode. Comedy force from a mental hold. Jokes for survival, read that proof, some laugh dark cause the pain runs loose. Jokes for survival, final move. If he was armor, he filled that suit.
LMK, but I weapon no. Yo.
Sarcasm on steroids, I bench pressed out. I laugh at the pain till it taps right out. My trauma does tricks when I let it all out. Turn panic into punch, I make my demons proud. I don't do gentle, I weaponize jokes. Smile like a threat when the pressure provokes. Call it unhealthy, call it a hoax, but laughing at damage is how I cope. I climb my fears, I mock my regrets. I roast my mistakes till they're all-time trends. You come with yoga, I come with offense. I believe my feelings like childhood friends. I talk and it's pointed at me. Self-disrespect, but it sets me free. If pain needs power, I pay that fee. Sarcasm on steroids, that's my relief.
Sarcasm on steroids, that's how he heals. Turning every breakdown into highlight reels. Sarcasm on steroids, no big deal. If he bleeds inside, he jokes to feel. Sarcasm on steroids, don't tell him stop. Laughing at the fall just to stand on top. Sarcasm on steroids, yeah, he pops. Humor like medicine when life gets hot.
I spit for survival, not audience claps. I diss my reflection till security snaps. Pride took shots, never shot back, so I drag my doubt on a victory lap. I grow weaponizing the punchline swing. Diagnosis, humor, comedy sting. Therapist asking me, how do you think? I said with sarcasm first, feelings blink. I roast my flaws like a midnight snack. Serve them on beats and won't send them back. If I sound bitter, don't panic at that. I'm just rewriting pain and something that slaps. I trust a joke more than honest fear. The burn feels cleaner than shedding tears. You call it coping, I call it gear. Sarcasm amped up, shift that tear.
Sarcasm on steroids, that's his shield. Cuts his own wounds just to watch him heal. Sarcasm on steroids, signed and sealed. If truth hurts slow, he hits fast for real. Sarcasm on steroids, learn that trait. Mock what breaks you before it breaks. Sarcasm on steroids, no escape. If life throws pain, he throws back hate.
Mocking my reflection, I glad and joke. Roast my own face like it owes me smoke. If confidence rises, I make it choke. To my mirror self, you're the weakest quote. I don't give pep talks, I give attacks. Trash talk my shadow till the ego cracks. I climb my posture, roast my past. Ask my reflection, how long you last. I smoke at scars that they fail to hide. Drag insecurities out for a ride. If self-respect wants a place to reside, I charge for rent till shame collides. They hype self-love, I've declined. Laugh at the flaws, I keep alive. If mirrors speak truth, they cross the line. I interrupt that script with venom and rhyme. Mocking his reflection, no retreat. He turns self-image into something cheap. Mocking his reflection, no relief. He tears down pride
that tries to speak. Mocking his reflection, see that stance. He heckles himself before it outlands. Mocking his reflection, second chance. He'd rather roast than trust his hands. I stared at glass like a rival form. Judge every quirk that made me torn. If confidence knocks, I treat it as foreign. Shove it back out like it ain't my norm. I catalog flaws of forensic joy. Critique my grin like a broken toy. Who needs bullies when in the noise? Does job descriptions I never employed. I talk to the mirror like hostile press. The loaded questions at my own chest. If reassurance wants success, I lock that door and call it progress. But ridicule sharpens in twisted ways. Even if hope shows cracks in the haze. So if I ever give myself praise, it's sarcasm when a straight face. Mocking his reflection, still that tone. He doubts himself so he stays in control. Mocking his reflection, full patrol. If pride survives, he overturns the role. Mocking his reflection, last remark. He aims his anger where self-love starts. Mocking his reflection, cut that heart. Some men heal pain by tearing apart.
Yeah. Yeah. Self-doubt spits back, talks in my voice, mocking my choices like it made a choice. Every small win, it kills a rejoice. Turns confidence into background noise. It heckles my pride with a venomous tone. Says you ain't built like it etched to stone. It lives in my skull like a rental home. Paying no rent, but breaking the throne. I tell it shut up, it laughs and reply. Dares me to quit when I'm aiming high. If I pull ambition up to the sky, it throws a rope just to cut the tie. You fight critics, I fight myself. I go for receipts on my mental shelf. It splits my fears in supersonic stealth. Self-doubt firing shots at my mental health.
Self-doubt spits back, talk so slick, kills that flame when he starts to build.
Self-doubt spits back.
What a trick, makes him question every skill.
Self-doubt spits back.
Sits too close, lives in his head like it pays the bill.
Self-doubt spits back.
Diagnosed, enemy voice he can't kill.
I spoke with the whisper that calls me fake. The bars of the voice of the echo shake. Self-hate swinging like a heavyweight. I counter punch right until opinions break. And knows every wound, every mistake. Repeats them all to my ribcage aches. But I flip that doubt for the music's sake. If fear's a critic, I raise the stakes. I sharpen my skill on insecurity. Train my flaws into opportunity. If that was proof, I serve the jury. Convert hesitation to lyrical fury. So when that voice screams, you ain't enough, I spit back twice with a brutal bluff. If survival's mental, I call that love. Self-doubt pushed me to grow up rough. Self-doubt spits back.
He stays on track, turns that venom into full-scale crack.
Self-doubt spits back.
No collapse, lessons learned through the aftermath.
Self-doubt spits back.
Say that theme, some fears drill deeper to power the dream.
Self-doubt spits back.
Mark that scene, if pain talks loud, he talks me.
Yeah. Some motherfucker, y'all know this nigga said he doing this shit without doing it.
Therapy ain't working, I talk it ain't not. I pay by the hours to argue with God. They scrub on my trauma like it's modern art. I leave with the same as I bought in my heart. They ask how you feel, I dodge that punch. Turn pain into jokes, I serve for lunch. They want breakthroughs, I want results. But all we break open is golden souls. I'm buying relief on a weekly plan. They selling closure with a gentle hand. But I don't need kindness, I need command. Till my demons leave, now I understand. I talk in sarcasm, they call it defense. I call it strength, pain without pretense. They offer coping, I offer offense. Therapy stalled, I'm climbing the fence.
Therapy ain't working, he still bleed. Talking through pain, never met his needs. Therapy ain't working, same repeat. Stuck in the office while the hurt runs free. Therapy ain't working, still that burn. Paying for answers that never return. Therapy ain't working, he's concerned. What if healing just ain't his turn?
Ay. I sat on couches like courtroom chairs, confessing great to professional stares. They trace my issues back to my fears. They hand me tissue like volunteer prayers. I don't want closure from somebody paid. I want the voice in my head to disintegrate. I want the guilt to evaporate. I want the shame to suffocate. Instead they ask balance, breathing space. How do you suck? Get it out of my face. I'm not a scented candle case. I'm built from pressure, why the chase? Call me hopeless or call me alive. I'm too stubborn to quit, too numb to cry. If therapy's failing, here's my reply. I'll fix my brain when I finish this run.
Therapy ain't working, same old A. He loves to damage just to stay away. Therapy ain't working, he might break. But he still spurs till the trauma shakes. Therapy ain't working, mark that quote. Some heal slow, some write notes. Therapy ain't working, he still spoke. If coping is rap, then that's his growth.
Ayo, JJ, it shit how like this. Oh. Hey. Anger with punchlines aimed at fire. I don't vent soft, I don't expire. Phrase need words, I make them pyres. Burn through doubts like a rapid fire. I don't throw fists, I whip in eyes with low sarcasm in a magazine clip. I don't blow up, calculate hits, turn temper into a surgical script. You medicate stress, I narrate mine. Treat fury like grammar, redesign. I don't scream loud, underline. Hostile humor right on time. They tell me breathe, I tell them why. Air don't fix what circuits fry. So I spit flames with a smirk that's dry. Anger with punchlines, that's my reply.
Anger with punchlines clean and sharp. If he vents quick, that still is art. Anger with punchlines leave that mark. Never lost rage, just aim the spark. Anger with punchlines punchlines, hold that stance. He want back pieces to feel advanced. Ain't go with punchlines, give no chance. Laugh through fire when the fuse demands.
I live frustration, rhyme in place, get fury of cadence, get fury of face, turn breakdowns into a verbal chase. If anger's a problem, I plead the case. I don't short circuit, I go precise, convert emotion into spoken eyes. Or others panic, I improvise. Sharp words don't like organized crime. Therapists tell me to soften tone. Nah, I rather sharpen bones. My rage made friends with microphones, turn bitterness into a war zone. You call it toxic, I call it fuel. Pain turn literal power tool. Anger's loud, I make it cool. Punchlines put it through every rule.
Anger with punchlines, that's his lane. Strike with wit while he vents the pain. Anger with punchlines, plain insane. Laugh through conflict, scorch the frame. Anger with punchlines, keep that pace. He don't cry loud, he's sharp in space. Anger with punchlines, learn that face. If fury had jokes, they sound like this.
A cat's more steroids. A cat's more steroids. A cat's more steroids. Yeah, sarcasm on steroids, I bench pressed out. I laugh at the pain till it taps right out. My trauma does tricks when I let it out loud. Turn panic into punchlines, make my demons proud. I don't do general, I weaponize jokes. Smile like a threat when the pressure provokes. Call it unhealthy, call it a hoax. But laughing at damage is how I cope. I clown my fears, I mock my regrets. I roast my mistakes to they all-time trends. You come with yoga, I come with offense. I bully my feelings like childhood friends. I talk in insults pointed at me. Self-disrespect, but it sets me free. If pain needs power, I pay that fee. Sarcasm on steroids, that's my relief. Sarcasm on steroids, that's how he heals. Turning every breakdown into highlight reel. Sarcasm on steroids, no big deal. If he bleeds inside, he jokes to feel. Sarcasm on steroids, don't tell him stop. Laughing at the fall just to stand on top. Sarcasm on steroids, yeah, he pops. Human like medicine when life gets hot. I spit for survival, not audience claps. I diss my reflection till insecurity snaps. Pride took shots, never shot back. So I drank my doubt on a victory lap. I grew weaponized in the punchline swing. Diagnosis humor, that comedy sting. Therapist asking me, how do you think? I said with sarcasm first, feelings blink. I roast my flaws like a midnight snack. Serve them on beats and won't send them back. If I sound bitter, don't panic at that. I'm just rewriting pain into something that slaps. I trust the joke more than honest fear. The burn feels cleaner than shedding tears. You call it coping, I call it gear. Sarcasm amped up, shift that tear. Sarcasm on steroids, that's his shield. Cuts his own wounds just to watch him heal. Sarcasm on steroids, signed and sealed. If truth hurts slow, he's fast for real. Sarcasm on steroids, learn that trait. Mock what breaks you before it breaks. Sarcasm on steroids, no escape. If life throws pain, he throws back hate. Yeah. Yeah.
Teacher Jinx, this are bass pinks.
Laughing at my damage, I cope with a grin. Tree scars like punchlines tattooed on skin. I roast my trauma till guilt caves in. If pain had pride, I make it thin. They want acceptance, I want ammo. Joking through hell like a stand-up psycho. My breakdown sold out front row. One-man circus with a hostile motto. I don't beg pity, I narrate wreckage. Smile through wounds like a petty message. Call it unhealthy, call it desperate leverage. I call it comedy powered by wreckage. I clap back in fear with a heckler tone. Disaster on stage, but I hold my throne. If misery calls, I don't pick up the phone. I leave it on red till the humor grows.
Laughing at his damage, he won't fold. Turning every scar into something bold. Laughing at his damage, watch that tone. Some pain wears jokes like bullet holes. Laughing at his damage, he reloads. Masking every wound with a twisted glow. Laughing at his damage, let that go. If the hurt can't harm him, that's control.
I make a joke out of panic attacks, tell anxiety to chill while I counterjack. My heart beats sprinting like it wants payback. I tag it with humor till the terror cracks. I clown my shame like a roast session. Dead serious problems in a joke convention. If coping had rules, I made exceptions. Punchline therapy, no confession. I weaponize humor, sharpen the blade. Cut through grief like a come meter raid. If the pain still lingers in the shade, I laugh again, that's how I fade. I don't do tears unless they misbehave. I don't sit quiet in a mental cave. If life throws trauma, I misengage. Turn breakdowns into a stand-up stage.
Laughing at his damage still intact. He jokes through fractures, life can't pass. Laughing at his damage, run that back. If the pain don't win, that's the flag. Laughing at his damage, mark that script. Some survive with a venomous wit. Laughing at his damage, he won't quit. Comedy weapon, pain dismissed.
vocabulary, bars don't bruise. I talk through trauma like I'm built to lose. If hurt shows teeth, I refuse. I outspeak damage until it's confused. I feel heartbreak under reveling notes. Turn guilt into syllables, nobody quotes. If sorrow rehearses emotional throats, I cut the scene and shred the notes. Command additional tremor in tone. I am my language until it's grown. You hear confession, I hear control. Pain-proof voice with a hostile soul. They beg for softness, I speak in steel. Dress every wound so it never feels. If healing slow, then here's the deal. I rhyme past pain until pain kneels. Pain-proof vocabulary, he won't bend. He quotes each burn in a sharp bitten sentence. Pain-proof vocabulary, don't pretend. He had his hurt till it can't defend. Pain-proof vocabulary, no collapse. He armors words no matter who snaps. Pain-proof vocabulary, read that map. Some miles heal faster than the damage track. I spit through heartbreak without a pause. Turn emotional fracture into mechanical flaws. If love left scars, I red in gauze. Proof rate agony till nothing draws. I ghost my guilt with a lexical twist. Refuse to bow to a memory fist. If shame revisits, I slap the list. Tell the past, delete that risk. I stack vocabulary like Kevlar plates. Language absorbing what pessimism states. You look for therapy in mellow traits. I find numbness in rhyme built shapes. If grief wants war, let grief attack. I won't negotiate for softness back. My tongue runs armor, that's the fact. Pain-proof speed, the forward track. Pain-proof vocabulary, he won't fold. He talks through flame with a tempered mode. Pain-proof vocabulary, carved in cold. If feelings slip, the phrasing holds. Pain-proof vocabulary, no remorse. He rides through wreckage by staying course. Pain-proof vocabulary, final force. If pain speaks loud, he changes his source. Yeah. Yeah.
Turn the limit. Self-doubt spits back. Self-doubt spits back. Self-doubt spits back. Yeah. Self-doubt spits back, touching my voice. Marking my choices like it made the choice. Every small win, it kills or rejoice. Turns confidence into background noise. It heckles my pride with a venomous tone. Says you ain't built like it etched to stone. It lives in my skull like a rental home. Paying no rent but breaking the throne. I tell it shut up, it laughs and reply. Days me to quit when I'm aiming high. If I pull ambition up to the sky, it throws a rope just to cut the tie. You fight critics, I fight myself. A ghost of receipts from my mental shelf. It spits my fears and supersonic stealth. Self-doubt firing shots at my mental health.
Self-doubt spits back, talk so slick as a flame when he starts to build. Self-doubt spits back, what a trick, makes him question every skill. Self-doubt spits back, sits too close, lives in his head like it pays the bills. Self-doubt spits back, diagnose an enemy voice he can't hear.
I spar with the whisper that calls me fake. Throw bars at the voice till they echo shake. Self-face swinging like a heavyweight. I kinda punch rhythm till opinions break. It knows every wound, every mistake. Repeats them all till my ribcage aches. But I flip that doubt for the music's sake. If fear's a critic, I'll raise the stakes. I sharpen my skill on insecurity. Train my flaws in opportunity. If doubt wants proof, I'll serve the jury. Convert hesitation to lyrical fury. So when that voice screams you ain't enough, I spit back twice with a brutal bluff. If survival's mental, I call that love. Self-doubt pushed me to grow up rough.
Self-doubt spits back, he stays on track. Turns a venom in the full-scale crack. Self-doubt spits back, no collapse. Doesn't learn through the aftermath. Self-doubt spits back, say that theme. Some fears drill deeper to power the dream. Self-doubt spits back, mark that scene. If pain talks loud, he talks me.
Turn up around, proper rap. Yeah. Trauma around, proper organized pain. Found my breakdowns like assets and chains. Turn panic notes into legal claims. Signing sarcasm, notarized shame. I don't hide scars, I alphabetize. Arrange my regrets in a punchline size. Therapist dig for the roots inside. I trim that trauma into memorize. I give the darkness a formal draft. Dot every tear like a paragraph. If fear misbehaves, I edit the rap. Turn childhood chaos into aftermath. You seek closure, I seek precision. Wrap my damage in clean incision. If cope is chaos, here's revision. Trauma spelled out with perfect diction.
Trauma but rhyme proper. Cut that deep. He arrange wounds in a way that speaks. Trauma but rhyme proper. Watch him keep. Control through cadence, not through peace. Trauma but rhyme proper. No breakdown, claim he stylized damage. Trauma rhyme proper, fair. Stay for me, formats her like a legal frame. He formats her like a legal frame.
I'm fluent in triggers, but talking craft. Turn shaky voices into paragraphs. 100 rooms into bullet drafts. Convert every fear into first class. I revise nightmares with bars intact. Clean punctuation on panic attacks. If grief needs grammar, I handle that. Turn messy tears into artifacts. I stack confessions like building blocks. Misery sorted in alphabet slots. You call that pain, I call it stock. Emotional index built a shock. This ain't healing, this documentation. Pain archive for presentation. Even if scars lack explanation, trauma rhyme proper is my translation.
Trauma but rhyme proper, still that burn. He formats damage so the hurt can learn. Trauma but rhyme proper, he won't turn. Some scars get rhythm before they're earned. Trauma but rhyme proper, quiet strike. Pain in order with a deadly mic. Trauma but rhyme proper, find it right. If chaos needs form, he makes it right. If chaos needs form, he makes it right.
Sarcasm on steroid. Yeah. Sarcasm on steroids, I bench pressed out. I laugh at the pain till it taps right out. My trauma does tricks when I let it out loud. Turn panic into punchlines, make my demons proud. I don't do gentle, I weaponize jokes. Smile like a threat when the pressure provokes. Call it unhealthy, call it a hoax, but laughing at damage is how I cope. I clown my fears, I mock my regrets. I rush my stakes to their all-time trends. You calm with yoga, I calm with offense. I with my feelings like child or friends. I talk in insults pointed at me. Self-disrespect, but it sets me free. If pain needs power, I pay that fee. Sarcasm on steroids, that's my relief.
Sarcasm on steroids. That's how he heals, turning every breakdown into highlight reel. Standing on steroids, no big deal. If he bleeds out, he jokes to feel. Don't tell him stop, laughing at the fall just to stand on top. Yeah, he pops, human like medicine when life gets hot.
I spit for survival, not audience claps. I diss my reflection till insecurity snaps. Pride took shots, never shot back, so I drag my doubt on a victory lap. I grew up weaponizing the punchline swing. Diagnosis humor, that comedy sting. Therapist asking me, how do you think? I said with sarcasm first. Feelings blink. I roast my flaws like a midnight snack. Serve them on beats and won't send them back. If I sound bitter, don't panic at that. I'm just rewriting pain into something that slaps. I trust the joke more than the honest fear. The burn feels cleaner than shedding tears. You call it coping, I call it gear. Sarcasm amped up, shift that tear. Sarcasm on steroids. That's his shield, cause his own wound just to watch him heal. Signed and sealed, if truth hurts slow, he hits fast for real. Learn that trade, mock what breaks you before it breaks. No escape, if life throws pain, he throws back hate. Throws back hate, 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 throws back hate.
Yeah. Hey, man, suck him on steroids. Yeah. Sarcasm on steroids, I bench pressed out. I laugh at the pain till it taps right out. My trauma does tricks when I let it out loud. Turn panic into punchlines, make my demons proud. I don't do gentle, I weaponize jokes. Smile like a threat when the pressure provokes. Call it unhealthy, call it a hoax, but laughing at damage is how I cope. I clown my fears, I mock my regrets. I roast my mistakes to they all-time trends. You calm with yoga, I calm with offense. I bully my feelings like childhood friends. I talk in insults pointed at me. Self-disrespect, but it sets me free. If pain needs power, I pay that fee. Sarcasm on steroids, that's my relief.
Sarcasm on steroids, that's how he heals. Turning every breakdown into highlight reel. Sarcasm on steroids, no big deal. If he bleeds inside, he jokes to feel. Sarcasm on steroids, don't tell him stop. Laughing at the fall just to stand on top. Sarcasm on steroids, yeah, he pops. Human like medicine when life
I spit for survival, not audience claps. I diss my reflection, insecurity snaps. Pride took shots, never shot back, so I drag my doubt on the victory lap. I grew up weaponizing another pine swing. Diagnosis humor, that comedy sting. Therapist asking me, how do you think? I said with sarcasm first, feelings blink. I roast my flaws like a midnight snack. Serve them on beats and won't send them back. If I sound bitter, don't panic at that. I'm just rewriting pain into something that slaps. I trust the joke more than honest fear. The burn feels cleaner than shedding tears. You call it coping, I call it gear. Sarcasm amped up, shift that tear.
Sarcasm on steroids, that's his shield. Cuts his own wounds just to watch him heal. Sarcasm on steroids, signed and sealed. If truth hurts slow, he hits fast for real. Sarcasm on steroids, learn that trade. Mock what breaks you before it breaks. Sarcasm on steroids, no escape. If life throws pain, he throws back hate.
Therapy ain't working, I talk, they nod. I pay by the hour, just argue with God. They scribble my trauma like it's modern art. I leave with the same as I brought on my heart. They ask how you feel, I dodge that punch, I'm painting the jokes. I serve for lunch, they want breakthroughs, I want results. But all we break open is I don't insult. I'm buying relief on a weekly plan. They selling closure with gentle hand, but I don't need kindness, I need command. Tell my demons leave, not understand. I talk in sarcasm, they call it defense. I call it strength, pain without pretense. They offer cope and offer office. Therapy stalled, I'm climbing the fence.
Therapy ain't working, he still bleeds. Talking through pain, never met his needs. Therapy ain't working, same repeat. Stuck in the office while the hurt runs free. Therapy ain't working, still that burn. Paying for answers that never return. Therapy ain't working, he's concerned. What if healing just ain't his turn?
I've sat on couches like courtroom chairs, confessing regret the professional stares. They trace my issue back to my fears, then hand me tissues like volunteer prayers. I don't want closure from somebody paid. I want voice in my head to disintegrate. I want the guilt to evaporate. I want the shame to suffocate. Steady as bad in space. How do you self-care? Get out of my face. I'm not a scented candle case. I'm built from pressure, wired to chase. Call me hopeless or call me alive. I'm too stubborn to quit, too numb to cry. If therapy's failing, here's my reply. I fix my brain when I finish this rhyme.
Therapy ain't working, same old ache. He left that damage to stay awake. Therapy ain't working, he might break, but he still spits bars like trauma shakes. Therapy ain't working, mark that quote. Some heal slow, some write notes. Therapy ain't working, he still spoke. Coping his wrath and that's his growth. Ay. Laughing at his damage, he won't fold. Turning every scar into something bold. Laughing at his damage, watch that tone. Some pain wears jokes like bullet holes. Laughing at his damage, he reloads. Masking every wound with a twisted glow. Laughing at his damage, let that go. If the hurt can't haunt him, that's control. Yeah, laughing at my damage, I cope with a grin. Treat scars like punchlines tattooed on skin. I roast my trauma till guilt caves in. If pain had pride, I'd make it thin. They want acceptance, I want ammo. Joker through hell like a stand-up psycho. My breakdown sold out front row. One-man circus with a hostile motto. Why don't beg pity, I narrate wreckage. Smile through wounds like a petty message. Call it unhealthy, call it desperate leverage. I call it comedy, power by wreckage. I clap like I feel with a heckler tone. As I sit on stage, but I hold my throne. If misery calls, I don't pick up the phone. I leave it on rate till the humor grows. Laughing at his damage, he won't fold. Turning every scar into something bold. Laughing at his damage, watch that tone. Some pain wears jokes like bullet holes. Laughing at his damage, he reloads. Masking every wound with a twisted glow. Laughing at his damage, let that go. If the hurt can't haunt him, that's control. Yeah, I make a joke out of panic attacks. Tell anxiety to chill while I counterjack. My heart beats sprinting like it wants payback. I tag it with humor to the terror cracks. I clown my shame like a roast session. There's serious problems in a joke convention. If coping had rules, I made exceptions. Punchline therapy, no confession. I weaponize humor, sharpen the blade. Cut through grief like a comedy braid. If the pain still lingers in the shade, I laugh again, that's how I fade. I don't do tears unless they misbehave. I don't sit quiet in a mental cave. If life throws trauma, I'm misengaged. Turn breakdowns into a stand-up stage. Laughing at his damage, still intact. He jokes through fractures, life can't patch. Laughing at his damage, run that back. If the pain don't win, that's the flex. Laughing at his damage, mark that script. Some survive with a venomous wit. Laughing at his damage, he won't quit. Cardi weapon, pain dismissed. Laughing at his damage. Yeah, mocking my flexion, I glare and joke. Roast my own face like it owes me smoke. If confidence rises, I make it choke. To my mirror self, you're the weakest quote. I don't give pep talks, I give attacks. Trash to my shadow till the ego cracks. I clown my posture, roast my past. Ask my reflection, how long you last. I smirk my scars like they fail to hide. Drag insecurities out for a ride. If self-respect wants a place to reside, I charge full rent till shame collides. They hype self-love, I hype decline. Laugh at the flaws I keep alive. If mirrors speak truth, they cross the line. I answer with the script with venom and rhyme. Mocking his reflection, no retreat. He turns self-image into something cheap. Mocking his reflection, no relief. He tears down pride that tries to speak. Mocking his reflection, see that stance. He heckles himself before doubt lands. Mocking his reflection, second chance. He'd rather roast than trust his hands. Yo, I stare at the glass like a rival form. Judge every quirk that made me torn. If confidence knocks, I treat it as foreign. Shove it back out like it ain't my norm. I catalog flaws with forensic joy. Critique my grin like a broken toy. Who needs bullies when we're in the noise? There's job descriptions I never employed. I talk to the mirror like hostile press. Throw loaded questions on my own chest. If reassurance wants access, I lock that door and call it progress. But ridicule sharpens in twisted ways. Even if hope shows cracks in the haze. So if I ever give myself praise, it's sarcasm wearing a straight face. Mocking his reflection, still that tone. He doubt himself so he stays in control. Mocking his reflection, full patrol. If pride survives, he overturns the role. Mocking his reflection, last remark. He aims his anger where self-love starts. Mocking his reflection, cut that heart. Some men heal pain by tearing apart.
Hey, it's
No friends in my head, just hostile noise. Every thought heckles any sign of joy. I try to breathe calm, that voice destroys. Mocking my progress like a board convoy. Self-talk violent, petty and slick. Telling me sit down, you ain't built for this. If I feel pride, it calls it a glitch. Treats confidence like a hypocrite. I got doubts debating like courtroom clowns. Guilty verdicts before truth is found. If I miss some shows up, it gets drowned. My mental jury never stands down. I don't have cheerleaders in my skull, just critics looking to drain me dull. If hope taps in, they say withdraw. No friends in my head, just static and scorn. No friends in his head, just fights. Every thought picking bones at night. No friends in his head, no invite. He battles ghosts that don't act right. No friends in his head, no relief. Laughs at wins like it's disbelief. No friends in his head, no peace. He lives with voices that never leave. I sharpen drive on internal hate. Turn mental bullies into added weight. If they say fear, I accelerate. Make every insult participate. I punch back at the echo chamber. Turn ridicule into personal labor. I make the mockery sign a waiver. You doubt me, good, now I'm braver. I'm fluent in pessimistic attacks. Heard every version of you won't last, but that soundtrack built my craft. Pressure made steel with a weak collapse. I don't need friends inside that zone. I work with conflict, stepping stones. You want encouragement, I stand alone. If doubt is company at the zone. No friends in his head, still climbs. He turns that venom into hard design. No friends in his head, redefine. He builds from voices that undermine. No friends in his head, yet he lives. Powered by every internal diss. No friends in his head, get the diss. If darkness talks loud, he talks like this. If darkness talks loud, he talks like this. Yeah. The jokes for survival, I laughed and I break. Turn fear into punchlines I never unmake. If panic wakes up, I silence the quake. Clown a disaster till doubt looks fake. I grin at collapse like it owes me rent. Mocking the trauma I never prevent. They call it coping, I call it defense. A joke in the wound keeps the demons bent. I roast my triggers to shame retreats. Turn awkward silence into deadpan beats. If anxiety sprints, I won't compete. I just trip it up with a smug deceit. You hug the pain, I heckle the pain. If life throws misery, I heckle it Jane. My humor's violent, dry, insane. Jokes for survival, built from strain. Jokes for survival, keep that grin. He mass break down just to breathe again. Jokes for survival, don't ask when. He laughs through wounds he won't defend. Jokes for survival, deadpan steel. He mocks his fear till the fear can't feel. Jokes for survival seems unreal. Comedy sharp like a weapon deal. I turn insecurities into a set. Perform self-loathing with zero regret. If shame says stop, I double the bet. My sarcasm lethal without a threat. I'm too stubborn to cry in the open light, so I parody heartbreak till loss it sound right. Every failed moment becomes stage fright, but I headline pain like a closing night. I joke with death that we played before. Trade punchlines with trauma like metaphors. If darkness knocks, I answer the door. Handed a mic and demand encore. I don't heal clean, I heal in bits. Rewrite panic into skits. If relief don't come, it's fine, I spit. Jokes for survival, humor, grit. Jokes for survival, he won't fold. Laughing at wounds he never told. Jokes for survival, ice cold mode. Comedy forged from a mental hold. Jokes for survival, rare that proves some laugh dark cause the pain runs loose. Jokes for survival, final move. If humor was armor, he filled that suit.
Hey, yo, Dreddy, yeah.
No break, no pain, no break, no pain. No break, no pain, no break, no pain. Yeah.
Trauma but rhyme proper, organized pain. For my breakdowns like asses in chains. Turn panic notes into legal claims. Silent sarcasm, notarized shame. I don't hide scars, I alphabetize. Arrange my regrets in a punchline size. Therapists dig for the roots inside. I trim that trauma into memorize. I give the darkness a formal draft. Not every tear like a paragraph. If fear misbehaves, I edit the raps. Turn childhood days to aftermath. You seek closure, I seek precision. Wrap my damage in clean incision. Coping's chaos, here's revision. Trauma spelled out with perfect diction.
Trauma but rhyme proper, cut that deep. He arranges wounds in a way that speaks. Trauma but rhyme proper, watch him keep control through cadence, not through peace.
Trauma rhyme proper, no breakdown claim, no breakdown claim.
He stylized damage card from flame.
Trauma rhyme proper, say his name.
He formats hurt like a legal frame.
I'm fluent in triggers but talking craft. Turn shaky voices into paragraphs. 100 rooms into bullet drafts. Convert every fear into first class. I revise nightmares with bars intact. Clean punctuation on panic attacks. If grief needs grammar, I handle that. Turn messy tears into artifacts. I stack confessions like building blocks. Misery sorted in alphabet slots. You call that pain, I call it stock. Emotional index built to shock. This ain't healing, it's documentation. Pain archive for presentation. Even if scars lack explanation. Trauma mind proper is my translation.
Trauma but rhyme proper, still that burn. He formats damage so the hurt can learn. Trauma but rhyme proper, he won't turn. Some scars get rhythm before they earn.
Trauma rhyme proper, quiet strike.
Pain in order with a deadly mic.
Trauma rhyme proper,
final right. If chaos needs form, he makes it right.
No wake up play, no wake up play. No wake up play, no wake up play. No wake up play, no wake up play. No wake up play, no wake up play.